Hey y'all, I'm back with the Yarn Everywhere podcast, episode 14, and I have some fun stuff to share with y'all today. So I'm going to jump right in and show y'all what I have been working on. I don't have a lot of projects going on. Um, One of the reasons why I don't have a lot of projects going on is because I started a project, a crochet design that's going to take a while. And today is the first day in my yarn club for our Brecken triangle cowl crochet along. That's really hard to say. So I've kind of like limited myself to starting a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll show you what I have started. And I think I showed y'all this last week. Um, but I'm not sure. So I'll just show you. So I'm really excited about this. If y'all have been watching the podcast, you have seen me open the Sock Yarn Society from Arkansas Yarn Co. And I decided to use up some of that yarn. And then I did a swatch and measured it and weighed it and figured out the yardage. And I wasn't going to have enough yardage. So I talked to Lori, and she was super awesome and worked with me and was able to get some more yarn to me. So I'm really excited to show y'all. Make sure I don't lose any stitches here. So this is going to be the Sassy Wrap. Isn't that pretty? So this is, let me see if you can, my lighting's weird today. So this is the very first month's Sock Yarn Society. And then this was the second month. And then she sent me some other yarn that will go with that. So I think I'm just going to alternate that color, that color, that color, and then I will do, actually, I don't know. I haven't worked this out in my head how I'm going to do it yet. I think I want more of this than I do of this. So I may just only do 2 rows of this or 2 sections of this to that. So anyways, I didn't really talk that out very well, but I still haven't kind of figured out in my head how I'm going to do that. But this is the progress I've made, and I am using sock weight yarn. I know it's so crazy, but I love it. And I don't know if you can see it, but it has some sparkle to it. My lighting's so bad today. It's like gloomy outside. So I don't know if you can see it catch in the light, but this color and this color are her sparkle base. So I'm ready to like kind of get it worked up a little bit more so I'm such a visual person. Like I may have a plan in my head, but until I see it, I don't know. So I would love any input in how y'all think I should lay that out. But these are like the 4 colors I'm working with. Anyway, so that is my current project, and I'm just a little bit obsessed with it. But it's so funny working with sock weight because you're working forever and you're like, man, I bet I really made a lot of progress. And then you look and you're like, oh, I really didn't get very far. But I love the drape and how squishy it is. And I really can't believe I'm talking about sock weight yarn like that because forever I was like, oh, I'll never be able to crochet with sock weight. I figured I'd be all fumble fingers, and I am a little bit, but it's getting easier. So yeah, you'll have to excuse my hair today. I had a doctor's appointment this morning and I was hoping that the rain would be gone, and it wasn't. So when you have like wavy hair and then you go outside in the humidity and the rain, it's just like poof. So that's what we're dealing with today. So while I was kind of impatiently waiting for some more yarn to come, I decided that I would start a Sassy Wrap with some DK weight. So I think I'm going to have the design with the sock weight and the DK weight option, which you could use worsted weight too. Like I'll have directions in there and how you can use any weight you want, because I know like a lot of my yarn club members, they mainly use worsted and DK weight. So I wanted to like make everybody happy. And honestly, I've been dying to use this yarn. So this is some yarn I selfishly kept for me. Like I really do kind of feel bad about it. So y'all ready? Isn't it pretty? I know I don't have enough of this yarn to make a wrap because I only have 2 hanks of it. But I love, 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 love the color. I love the way it just screams spring to me. But I have something to show y'all in just a little bit, so there'll be more on that. And then the only other thing that I'm working on is my knit shawl. And I have hardly touched this. I haven't taken the time. I've got a lot going on. So this is the Copland Shawl by Expression Fiber Arts. Um and it's one of those things that I know it's gonna take me a really long time, y'all. I've got it all twisted about here. But I have really, really enjoyed it. It's one of those when my brain is tired and I just wanna sit, this is what I do. So that's all I have going on as far as whips, and I can't wait to start, a Brecken triangle cowl. I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna put this over here. I'm kinda thinking I may wanna use some tweed. Um, Let me show y'all. This is the Brecken triangle cowl. I'm sure y'all remember seeing it. This is the one that I made with, oh, what month was this? February's one of February's Yarn Club colors. I haven't blocked it, and I picked it up the other day. So one of these days, I'm gonna learn to weave my ends in. Um, I think I was live on Facebook when I finished this, so I just kind of like slip stitch to join, and I didn't like tie off or anything. So look, I have like it's only a few stitches, so I've got to finish those stitches and then block it. So I think I'm gonna use tweeds with this. I think it'll be really pretty. I have some of that champagne blush that I showed y'all last week. I have 2 of those in my yarn stash, so I'm kinda thinking about doing that because I just love that color and I love tweeds. So, what else? I have not finished a single crochet item. I just I think I'm into long projects right now, which is so odd for me because usually I'm like one hit wonder girl. I want to get, a really quick project done. And it's so funny because if you look at my yarn stash, all of my yarn, like I don't have really any yarn that coordinates because I've always just been I just use one hank of yarn. And now that I want to work on longer stuff, I'm coming into the trouble of finding yarn that goes together. So that's been interesting. I would love to know, are you one of those that like you just want to use one hank of yarn, you want a really quick make, or do you like the long makes, like the shawls and the wraps and things like that? Okay. Next. Oh, but I tell you what I did finish. That's not crochet related, but y'all remember me talking about the Take Back Your Time challenge? We finished that last week. I did leave the group up for a little bit longer so people can catch up because I did throw a lot of information at them. But that was really, really fun for me. And it was kind of fun for me to just kind of revisit that and make sure that I'm still doing good on my time. And this is the thing, like, it was more so just me giving them tools to, be more aware of where their time is going. So that was really fun, and it's just kinda like a work in progress. Like, there's always things that I know that I'm doing, that I could be using my time better, but it has been seriously a game changer for me and my business because I used to work, like, all the time, but now that I'm, like, aware of where I could be wasting time and that if I will just focus on one thing and complete it, I can get it done so much faster, and then that frees me up, so I'm not working 8, 10-hour days. I can work 5 hours in a day. Sometimes they work longer because to me, it's not work. I love it. But if I only had 5 hours to work, I can get so much more done in those 5 hours than I was ever getting done in 10 hours before. So, to me, that's really, really important, especially when we all have stuff going on in our lives. We don't want to be sacrificing the time we could have with our friends and family, working on our business. So Christy, I used to all be it used to all be short projects, so I think that's what I need to do now that I'm doing some longer projects. I need to mix in some short ones because I feel like if I don't, I'm gonna get burned out on, the longer projects. So, and then, um, my Makers Momentum coaching group is open to new members, and I just had our first training in there yesterday. It went so good. And it's talking about filling the gap in your market. And when you're a lot of us, when we're new to business, like, we can feel like we're getting into an oversaturated market. And I'm one of those that I don't feel like there's an oversaturated market. I feel like that there's room for everybody. And it was so funny because one of the examples I used was paper towels. Like, walk down the paper towel aisle. Like, how many different brands of paper towels are there? Like, Brawny wasn't like, no, we can't do paper towels because so and so and so and so are doing paper towels. So that was kind of a little bit of what the training was about, when there's a lot more to it. But that was really fun for me, just to kind of get the jitters out and get the very first training done. And then Friday, we are doing a brainstorm breakout, is what I'm calling it, where we'll just all get together as a group, and they can come up on the screen with me if they want, or if they're not comfortable, they can just chat, typing, and ask any like business questions or brainstorm any ideas. There's been several coaching groups that I've been in, and being able to like brainstorm and bounce your ideas off of people, sometimes we already know what we need to do, or we already have the answer to our question. We just don't realize it. So when we're like talking it out, and then somebody will like bounce ideas back to us, it really helps us like get clarity, or, take an idea that we have and make it even better. So I'm really excited about that. And if you have a handmade business, or you are thinking about starting one, the doors are still open to the Makers Momentum. I will not be closing them until Tuesday. So I will leave a link in the description of this video if you want to join, or comment if you have any questions. And then let me show y'all some stuff that I got in. Really excited. This actually just came in the mail today. When I was leaving to go to the doctor, I checked the mail. And I don't know if you follow me on social media, but Furls Crochet, I use their Odyssey hooks, and they just come out with a mint color. Look at that color. Isn't it pretty? Let me see if that helps any. Oh, it's so pretty. So I couldn't help but snag 2 of them. And I got the cute little project bag. Y'all, I got a size E hook. Like, I don't think I've ever seen such a tiny crochet hook. And then I got an H. I cannot have enough size H hooks. It's my go-to. H and I. I feel like we all have our favorite like crochet hook size, but those are the ones that I use the most. But I've got a couple of sock weight projects I've been thinking about, so I decided to get a tiny hook. So I'm super excited that these came in. They are so pretty. Like, this is my favorite color that they've come out with so far. And then y'all heard me talk about Lori from Arkansas Yarn Co. She has a sock yarn society, which she just this month turned into a monthly subscription. And the theme for the year is a few of my favorite things. So she sends out a few of her favorite things every month. And let me show y'all. I think the theme this month was like puddle jumper, like kind of like April showers, bring May flowers. Ooh, I didn't even think about using it for Ammies. By the way, hey Danielle. So look how cute these stitch markers are. It's a little rubber ducky. And then she makes, every month you get a stitch marker that's shaped like the state of Arkansas. And I don't know if you can see it, but it has cute little umbrellas in it. I just thought that was so cute, and I just love the ducky. It's so cute. And then there was a stitch row counter, which is pretty neat. And then I think these are stitch markers. Y'all know I'm new to the knitting world, so I believe these are knitting stitch markers. I guess I need to sound proper. Knitting. I think that's what these are. They're shaped like that. So y'all have to tell me if I'm right there. And then I got a packet of soak for washing makes with hand-dyed yarn. And then, y'all ready for the yarn? How pretty is that? Yeah, it's Puddle Jumper. And I love just like the soft gray, makes you think of like a rainy day. And then look at all those pops of fun spring colors. I really think she nailed it. Y'all know I have a thing for speckles. This lighting. So I moved my light. I have a soft light box. I actually have two, but I don't have room in my office to use two of them. And I moved it. Instead of it shining this way, I have it shining this way because every time I walked in here, I would knock it over, and I'm scared I'm gonna, like, mess up the light bulb, but I think it made the lighting worse, so that's what we're dealing with today. Look at that, I just noticed the blue. How pretty. Okay. So that's all I got in. That's all the fun stuff I got in. And then let me see what else is on my list because y'all, I get excited and get to talking on here. Ooh, I know what I want to show y'all. And then I forget what I want to say. So I have some fun stuff coming up. That's all I'm going to say, but I'm going to show y'all the yarn. So back, I think 2 years ago, it's maybe not 2 years, maybe a year and a half. I did these this fall speckles. It was a Facebook Live, and I let everybody pick out the colors, and it was so fun. And I didn't write down. I made notes, but I didn't know that it went with that live. So I had to research for a really long time to try to replicate that colorway. And I think I nailed it. I need to find the old picture so I can do like a side by side. So that'll be coming on Facebook soon. Let me show y'all. How pretty is that? And I think the name of it was called Fall Speckles because it just had all the fall colors. And then this is the olive tonal that goes with it. Is that not so pretty? So I can't wait to tell y'all more about this, but here are some more. This is the only color option that I have to go with that, but I feel like there could be so many other choices, but I just couldn't decide, so I just went with olive. I agree, Christy, and the first time I dyed it, it was complete accident, like, I just never even I didn't dye them intentionally to go together. So yeah. And I'm usually not a fan of green. I mean, I am, but I'm not just drawn to it. Like, I think it's pretty, but I'm not gonna like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to keep that," but I'm definitely gonna have to keep one of these sets. So, but wait, there's more. So, let me show y'all. Do y'all remember what did I call this? I think I'm calling this Full Bloom. In Full Bloom, I don't remember. But you remember these gorgeous speckles? Well, looky, looky. No, wait, no. What do y'all think of that color with that? So this is still slightly damp, so it's not hanged up. But I think it's pretty. What do y'all think? I really wish my lighting wasn't so bad today. So I'm really excited about that. I have a thing with speckles and tonals together. I just think it's so, so pretty. All right. So there's that option. I don't know if this is gonna go. So y'all are getting to see me be a little bit vulnerable because I haven't like put these together to see if I nailed it or not. But there's this. Um, I feel like it does go together because there's some of that in the speckles. There we go. I think I would pair. This would be a very fun spring summery color. And I was brave and I did this because this is definitely not a color I normally dye, but man, it is so pretty. And then I had another idea. I don't know if this would go, but I think it would. I think it would go with that. I ended up dyeing more of this color because I felt so guilty for keeping it. So the color that I just showed you with the Sassy, what what's it called? The Sassy Wrap, I dyed more. So what do you think of those colors together? I definitely think it's for the adventurous person. I sometimes tend to play it safe, but I don't know. I just think it would be really, really pretty together. Yes, Christy, yes. Hey, Lacey. I agree. So I'm really tickled that this one color would go with either one of the speckles. So, or I mean, we go with the speckles or it would go with this. Okay. So now that I showed y'all that, I made several batches of this because it's it's just too pretty. And the more I'm thinking of it, I'm wondering if I don't know, I don't think that color, no, that color's not going to go with that. Okay. So I think that's all that's going to go. I dyed so many different colors, y'all. So this color in the pan, it looked like I don't know what the word is. It looked like a different blue, almost like a really pale denim blue. And then as it started drying, it started getting the aqua color. And I was like, oh. So when I saw it denim blue, I ended up dyeing a different color. So I'm just all over the place. I think this wouldn't be bad with this. I think it's more of a complementing one, and it's not going to make the colors pop in here. And y'all know I like this would be me if I was feeling safe, I think. Like, if I wanted to play it safe and I wanted it to complement, but I don't know, I'm in that I want the colors to pop. So, I think and then here's another no, I don't know if this would go or not. See, y'all, I need to plan this ahead of time. Y'all get to, like, kinda peek inside my brain and all the crazy, crazy thoughts. I think that's pretty too. But I will show you why I dyed these. So, let's see. I've showed you that. Okay. All right, and I know y'all have seen these. I love these too. So that is why I dyed the navy. I just think that is so pretty together. And then I'm hoping, so y'all cross your fingers that this color is going to go with this because this is why I dyed this one, but I don't think I nailed it. What do y'all think? I don't know now. I think I might have nailed it. Y'all let me know. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I'm a little excited now. And what y'all think? Uh I don't know. Think if it was a little lighter. I might have nailed it. I'm kind of excited. I think I'd have to see them worked up. Okay, I feel like I'm missing comments. Definitely nailed it. Love it. Bright purple. Oh, it's probably this one. Okay. I'm behind on the comments. I do too. I do too, Christy. That's really true. That is true, Lacey. And I think that's what I struggled with is I was like matchy matchy. Um, my brain just was not there. You should see the ones that I dyed to go with it to start with. I was like, "Girl, you've got to get it together." It was bad. So this time I was like, I'm gonna slow down and really think about what I want the project to look like and go from there. And then it was fine. And I had help from my friend Danielle at a Naughty Habit designs. That girl, you want to talk about color work? That girl pairs colors like no other, like gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous work. So I literally like I use Voxer. I'm like, girl, I need your help. Like I have it in my head, but every time I go in there to dye yarn, I talk myself out of it. I was like, so what would you do? And she pretty much said everything that I was thinking. And I think I just needed somebody to say, yes, that is gonna match. And then I was able to go in there and just do it. But it was It was a messy process. And I think a lot of it is just total honesty and transparency here. I think a lot of it was me opening up, my Maker's Momentum coaching group. It was safer for me to call it a membership for a really long time, but, like, I don't wanna mislead anybody, like, it is. It's a business coaching group, and so I think it was, like, there was so much uncertainty there and so much, like, self-doubt and imposter syndrome and stuff that I was, like, working through, and I think it just kind of fell over into my yarn business. Like, I don't know anything. I'm just unsure about everything right now. So anyways, it felt good to get in the dye room and to just knock these colors out. So thank y'all for, being along for that. And then I did mermaid vibes. This is one of my very first yarn colorways. I started my yarn club in May of 2020, and this was June 2020's one of the colorways. So I'm glad that I repeated that because it's definitely a favorite. So I'm thinking that the navy would go well with that. I don't know if this would because the pink in there, I don't think so. The pink in there is a little bit different. But I dyed the navy in hopes that it would go with that. And then one of these blues, I'm hoping will go with that. If not, I may have to just do another batch. That's not bad. I think that matches pretty well. I think this one's going to be a little too bright. Ooh, maybe not. Let's see what y'all think. Yes. I do too, Lacey. Danielle, you're on a yarn diet. I'm sorry, and here I am teasing you. Try the green with this one? Okay. Lacey. Oh my goodness. I love it. Because there's some yellow in here, but when it hit the aqua, it did kind of make that green. Well, then there I am covering it up. Ooh, girl, thank you. That is so pretty. All right, so all right, so this is the other one that I'm hoping that I nailed, and I done forgot what yarn it went with. This one. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm kind of sad because I really liked this color, but also I don't know. I had a different color in my head. I had more of that color, and I don't think I nailed it. But that's okay because I think this is a really pretty color anyways. Um, but I dyed this with the intention of having some type of purple option for this, but I don't think it's to me, this is almost a warm, and this is a cool purple. Yeah. Yeah. You think they look good? Did you call it mermaid vibes? I don't know. Did I miss your comment? I might have missed your comment. You know what? Let me hold this one up with this because laid out like that, I don't think it's as bad. I don't know. It would not be my pick. That's just but I'm really sad because I really wanted to offer a purple with that because I really like that purple in there. I don't know. I don't think I have time now, um, but I'm betting if I mixed I can't remember what color this was. Was it a teal? I think it's a teal and then that magenta. I wonder if I mix that and if I could come up with that with a purple to match it. But anyways, I'm just talking now. Like, um, so yeah, so that's what's been going on over here. I also dyed a sock weight of this, hoping it would match that. What do y'all think? I'm going to frog this, and I think I'm gonna do I think I wanna make it bigger to where it, like I think I wanna make it a little tighter to where it stops, like, right about here, and then I think I want it to be bulkier. So that way, if you wanted it to come up, you could, or if you just wanted it to sit there, you could. It matches. Frog it. I think I am. I don't know. I think it's just because I'm used to, um, cowls that sit, like, here. What do y'all think? So funny, but I don't have another hank of this yarn. That was another thing I wanted to tell y'all. So, you remember the berry scarf? I did decide, with y'all's permission, that I'm gonna frog it and I'm gonna do something else with that yarn just because it was so slow moving and I just didn't love it. Um, So, those of you and you may know this, but it's just something that I do. So what I do whenever I frog, especially like hand-dyed yarn, you know how it can get that wavy look. So what I do is I put it on my Swift. It's not fun. I used to have a Swift that had like a handle that you could turn, and what I'll do is I will like loosely tie it to my Swift, and then I'll work the yarn around the Swift and stretch it all back out into like one big infinity circle, and then I tie the 2 ends together, and then, I will get some type of, like, scrap yarn, like cotton yarn or something, and weave it like that, just kinda weave it through there. I just do that in a couple of places, and then I wash it, and then I hang it up to dry, and that just gets all those fibers stretched right back out and has it all pretty and ready to work with, just like new again. So if y'all haven't done that before, I highly recommend it because it really does. I mean, there's times that I'm lazy and I'm like, I don't want to go through that trouble, but it does make it so much easier to work with. I had some yarn that I frogged and I used on my knitting machine, and the beanie, like the stitches were all wobbly because yeah, do not recommend. It was bad. Like I should have done that with that, but I was in a hurry. So there was that, but this is what I normally do, especially if the project has been made for a while. That's what I'll do is stretch it back out, and it's not fun because you have to wait for it to dry. And if you don't have a spin dryer, you can just roll it up like in a towel and just press it a couple times, and that'll get a lot of the excess water out. And then you can just put it on a hanger and hang it up somewhere and just let it dry, and it should be dry in like 3 to 5 days, depending on where you live. I live in the South and the humidity is something serious, so it takes a while. Let me see, I think that's all that I have for y'all today. Um, yeah. So I'm really excited about these. I think I'm gonna have to keep one of these sets for me because I think it's so pretty. But I can't wait to show y'all what is coming and what all this yarn is for. I am hoping, I'm hoping that I'll be able to make an announcement inside the Yarn Club on Friday and then like send it out to my email list. So it should be next week that I announce it. So I'm excited. Oh, yes, Danielle, I completely forgot. I need to go live in the Yarn Club, but since you asked, I'll tell you. So, funny story. So March's theme was what was it? Mad about art. And I had said the colorways were going to be based off famous painters' paintings. And as I was researching, I knew I wanted to do Monet. And as I was researching, I kept Googling, and y'all are probably going to laugh, but I did not know this. And I was like, Water Lilies by Monet. Did y'all know that there's a whole entire series of water lilies? I thought it was one painting that was water lilies, but really there's a whole series. Like, I guess I didn't pay attention to that in high school. I just knew that I liked his art, but I've never really studied it. So anyways, I named the colorway Clawed Have Mercy because I was gonna have y'all guess and see which painting or paintings I got the color inspiration from. And then I was gonna do a Van Gogh painting, but a lot of Van Goghs to me were either that pale spring color, which I already kind of did with Claude Have Mercy. Um, and I was gonna call that one Go Shody. Like, go Shody, it's your birthday. I'm too much sometimes, y'all. But I just thought I was hilarious, and I just had so much fun with that colorway. But then I ended up not doing Van Gogh because I really didn't wanna do fall colors yet. Um, so I was stalking Pinterest and I come across this abstract painting and I was like, "Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. I have got to do that painting." So I clicked on it and it took me to Instagram, and she's not a famous painter in what my mind was at for color inspiration. So that's why that one's called Dirty Little Secret, because it's my dirty little secret that it's not actually a famous painter, but I feel like she will be one day because her abstract paintings are awesome. So I will show you Dirty Little Secret real quick. I do have a unboxing video coming soon, and I need to schedule one for Facebook, but I'll just give you a real quick peek. This is Dirty Little Secret. See, I just couldn't do 2 that were, like, pale. I needed some Nicky yarn in there. Um, so that's the story, Danielle. So just act surprised when I tell it in the yarn club. You too, Christy. Oh, goodness. Well, thank y'all for, listening and looking at all the yarn with me today. I do feel so much better now that I put those together. They were in the other room on drying racks. I do feel so much better that so far it's only one of them that I feel like I didn't nail. I feel like I really nailed the other one. So I feel so much better having that done. Now I just need to wait. Today is Wednesday. Fingers crossed they will be dry tomorrow and I can twist them up and then get pictures and be able to, like, announce Friday. So we'll see. There's a lot of ifs in there. It's rainy here and humid, so hopefully it'll be dry. I don't know. They've already been hanging in there for a while, and it's just this humidity is just not my friend. So, all right, I will talk to y'all soon. Thank you again. It was so fun to show off the yarn and get y'all's feedback. So, and if you're catching the replay, feel free to give me your feedback in the comments, and I will be talking to y'all soon. And until next week, happy crocheting.